Mic and transition.
True believers! I am so titillated right now.
Yes.
What a first day of mini extravaganza. Let's get right into it. And of course, talk about the one thing everybody wants to know. Right off the bat. I'm not even going to do normal intros right now.
Okay.
I'm Chuck. That's Tim. That's Dan. Let's talk about the one thing that everybody is here to get. How did you guys' game go on Monday?
It actually went super good.
Good. Of course, over at twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network, because we are Professional Casual Network presents. Wait, did I roll a wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol Pavlog on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network. We play a little game called Marvel Crisis Protocol. Wait, did I roll a wild? You guys played a game. Apparently, it went well.
It did. It went really well.
I had a great time.
Apparently, also very fast.
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
it did.
Fairly.
Yeah.
I was not able to catch it.
Quicker than average.
It hit a little after, or maybe right before 9.
It was like 8:45.
Yeah.
Something like that. So it
Okay.
was fairly quick.
And
Okay.
we got our, we got up to the point, right?
Right. Yeah,
And then, then all of the self-control just left.
fair.
All of it.
Makes sense.
Got to turn 3, then I got serious.
Yes. As normal.
As per usual. Yep. We're super casual till turn 3. That's the
Yep.
rule. Yep.
I was actually rolling pretty okay.
Really well.
Like,
Okay.
really well. I had a lot go through on my defenses, but outside that, I played the Spider Foes affiliation. Finally got Mysterio on the board.
Okay.
He was super fun to play.
Mustachio.
Mustachio,
Yes.
actually, yes.
Yep.
He was an absolute blast. I really like the new Spider Foes affiliation, and that whole grouping just has...
Well, they're actually an affiliation now.
Right.
They actually have
Before it was just a
bodies.
broth with half a potato cut up
Yep.
in it, and now it has some actual chicken stock and some bouillon cubes and some actual meat and stuff in there. So
Right.
like it's an actual affiliation now.
Yeah, got a nice garnet. Oh man, Adam Dagnall's gonna scream at me right now. I cannot. Bouquet garni. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, a little
Whew.
pink. Yeah. Ooh.
Sure.
Little stroke there. Listen, I haven't been in the kitchen in a while, so I'm forgetting my terms.
Yeah.
Little bouquet garni dropped in. You guys scoop that out later. You got all the flavors in there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We went for big things. I forget the name of the card. It was literally in my head just a moment ago.
Fearful Symmetry.
Fearful Symmetry happened.
You went for it?
I went
got it
for
all.
it.
Somebody tag Schick right now. Let him know. He said earlier today that they put those cards in for moments of like, we know it's not good, but it's cool to try to
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
So
Like, Mysterio had a big part to play in that, too.
he did. Well, kind of. He ended up getting days when I really needed him to do something. And the way that it ended up working out, we kind of danced a little bit. I had a bunch of guys clustered on the right flank around one of the objectives for one of the, was it serum canisters?
Yeah.
And Amazing Spider-Man came over with the intent to really mess some people up, and just, unfortunately, Dan rolled very poorly on those attacks. He did end up taking out, and then he vamoosed away. He was like, I'm gone! And
Finger gun and moonwalk away,
yeah,
baby.
finger gun and weblined away or whatever.
Yep.
But between Lizard and some other stuff, getting over there, throwing him back into this pit of Mysterio and Kraven and Lizard, ended up working out super well, to the point where I didn't realize how close I was, and I was still like, I gotta do all this math and I'll use all these things, and it was like, oh, I just need to attack once and do 2 damage.
I was like, no, I have 1 stamina left. And you're like, you
Right.
have 1? And I was like, yes!
And I just started Kraven's activation, hadn't done anything yet. I was like, all right, so I'll do the wall crawler thing so he doesn't have that, so if I do move him, then it'll do a damage. And then I did the first attack and rolled really well.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I only needed to do 1. Okay, I was super committed to knowing that it was going to have to take 2 attacks. I would not be able to move Kraven because I would need those extra dice on the second attack to have all that pan out.
Right.
And no, it happened, and I turned into regular old Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I was very happy that it popped off.
Okay.
I was
As it
happy
was.
for you that you got it to work, but at that point, I was, mentally done. I'm screwed. Kraven was down to 1 stamina left, right? 1 or 2?
Yeah.
He was flipped. He
Right.
was so close to dead, and then he turns into 4-point Spider-Man, and I was like, I'm done. No one else is injured on his side. I don't have a chance at this point.
Yep.
Carnage was just about to go down. My Amazing Spider-Man was gone. All I had left were Miles, Black Cat, and Daredevil. And I was like, he's just going to rack up the points because I just can't do the damage to Daze's guys and get them to not do anything.
Right.
And you know how much, and Dan said, a little bit to that effect, and you know how much I hate to be told what's going to happen by Dan.
Right.
So the rest of the game did not pan out.
So let me ask you. It felt great. There is, of course, a very famous trope, and if children are listening, you might want to cover their ears, called the post-nut clarity. Once you have successfully done it, did you regret it?
What are you referring to?
Having gotten Kraven accomplished, turned him into Spider-Man, and then you went, oh, but now I have Dollar General Spider-Man.
It was actually okay.
Okay.
He didn't do anything.
He did, though.
Spider-Man showed up and did nothing.
That is incorrect. He had
Move. He
one more.
tried.
No, he did more than just move.
He tried.
I had an action still left because you don't refresh your actions or
Right.
that activation. So I had attacked once, killed Amazing Spider-Man, turned into regular old Spider-Man,
Right.
moved up,
Uh-huh.
and then used web snare to hit Miles into a building real quick just to do a single damage.
Oh, that's right. And I think that dazed Miles too.
I don't believe so.
Or it was close. I forget.
But it was. I have power and I want to do something. I just
Sure.
turned into Spider-Man. Let's slam him into a wall real quick.
Sure.
But we got to turn 4, and he'd taken down Carnage, who also whiffed horribly. He just
did. It
didn't
was actually
do what he was
super
supposed
unlucky.
to do. I was so frustrated. I want to try him again, but he didn't do what he was supposed to do at all. So I was down to Miles, Black Cat, Daredevil.
Yep.
And it was like round 4, and he had Quicksilver just punching the crap out of everybody, taking all my objectives. And it was like, I'm on the back foot now. I think you were up 11-8 at that point.
Yes.
And it was like, crap. So, like, I was frustrated with myself because I feel like I didn't play a great game. I was over-aggressive with Spider-Man, relying on attacks too much, and the dice reminded me not to do that. You don't assume you're going to do damage because you don't know.
Right.
And then we were going after the Legacy virus
Legacy
cures.
virus, yeah.
I had it right the first time. And Quicksilver had 2 on him, right?
Yes. Well, he didn't. Yeah, at the start of that round, he had 1. Daredevil had 1. Nope, you're right.
Yeah, so
'Cause we
he had
ended
2
that
on him,
round
and he
with
moved over to take knock the third one off of, I think Miles had it or something.
Black Cat.
He punched Black Cat in the face, and she dropped the last one. So then Anthony was trying to help me figure out, what are we going to do for Black Cat to pick them all up the next turn, the next round.
Right.
She got dazed. So it was like, okay, if she does 1 damage to Quicksilver with her builder the next round, she'll have enough power to pick up all 3 if I leave them all on the table at the end of the round, which I was terrified of doing. Because Miles could have picked up 1 during his turn, and there would have been 2 on
Right.
the table, and he was saying, just leave all 3. If you get lucky with Black Cat, she could pick up all 3, and you win. And I was like, you know what? I don't want Anthony to tell me what to do, but I'm going to try it. Because what I've been doing this game isn't working. And then I said, oh, crap, I still have Daredevil. Daredevil
Yeah.
had done nothing but move the whole game and get plinked damage here and there from, Best Laid Plans?
Yes.
That Spider-Foes card? That
Best Laid Plans and the other trap one were the
Tricks
new.
and traps.
No, the new tactics card that they have where you place a token on an
Sinister
objective.
Traps, isn't that what you just said?
Oh, Sinister Traps.
You
I
said
said
Tricks
Tricks
and
and
Traps.
Traps.
Oh, yeah, that
A lot
one.
of
So
trap
Daredevil,
cards.
There was.
Daredevil
Yugi
was
Boy.
down. No, he had flipped 2.
He had just flipped.
He had just flipped from Quicksilver, so I was like, wait a minute. Daredevil has a long move. All 3 Legacy Cures are right there. He's got a ton of power on him because I haven't done anything with him. He moves over, picks all 3 up, score 8 points, win.
Yep.
I was like, wait, what? What just happened?
All right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I have another character here who didn't do anything until the very end. And he
So
was
pretty
MVP.
much you just like you sonicked him and then ran over and picked up all his coins.
Yeah.
Is that rings? That's what
Yeah.
happened.
So he
nuts.
brought up Miles to Daze Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Drop those 2. Black Cat was still up, which is the second throw that my new Kraven Spider-Man got to
That's
do.
right.
He moved up
Oh.
to another point and then web lined Miles into Black Cat to do that last point of damage to have her drop it.
Right, so he didn't do nothing. That's right.
And then
He was instrumental in my win.
there was a very, very unique measuring thing to make sure that everything lined up okay.
Fair.
It was a very unique measuring thing.
Yeah, don't go back and watch the video.
That you did or that I did?
He's trying to fool Tim right now. Hold on.
What?
So Hulkbuster,
Did you do something when I turned around or something?
don't worry about it.
Well, now I gotta know. What happened?
Well, if you want to find out, you can go over to twitch.tv/professional casual network,
right
check
now.
out the replay of that video,
Yeah.
and then it'll be up on the YouTube as well.
Yeah, in a couple weeks, probably.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. You know, that's good. Any
It was a
hobbies?
really good game.
How are you guys enjoying Blade, Moon Knight, and Dormammu in our hands?
Oh, did that
that's-
happen?
Yeah, it was supposed to. Shout out to Canada. All the more reason why I want to move there. You know, they got it. We don't. So I thought it was coming out this weekend, and then Anthony over at Bearded Dragon Games head over to beardeddragongames.online. Use promo code PCME10, get yourself 10% off. You can still get those pre-orders.
Yeah.
Get additional bonus off. Of course, your extra 10%. He was like, I was like, yeah. So when is like Dormammu Blade? Like when's the shipment usually come this week? And he just laughed. He goes, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Dormammu Blade Moon Knight that come out this week." And he goes, "I don't have a tracking number for that yet. What are you talking about?" And then we went and looked on the site, and it just got moved to the fall section.
Ugh.
So that's cool. I got some stuff painted up. I got my Kraven done, which I tried to paint it look like he was actually in a zoo.
Okay.
So I put like a bunch of like awkward looking like foliage around him that normally does not fit where he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I painted up my Hydra Bob to look like Gary, the most loyal AIM trooper.
I saw that one on your Instagram.
Yep.
And it looked really good.
looks good.
The yellow came out. I need to work better with yellow, but I'm kind of excited to now try.
It's a shame
out.
that you don't get a lot of commissions that are heavy yellow to get a bunch of practice in.
Yeah, it's a shame I don't get to paint black and yellow constantly. It's it's great.
Yeah.
And then I started Storm.
Okay.
Started cranking out Storm. I'm gonna do bluish. No, I'm gonna do her outfit's blue with white to match my Cyclops.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do the lightning red into yellow, with the ground being the purple to like pink that I've been doing for like that release of stuff.
So,
Yeah.
as far as hobby stuff this week,
What did you get battle foam wise, bud?
That's Tim's hobby.
I actually, Wave 8.
Yeah.
It shipped yesterday. I
Hell
forgot
yeah.
I ordered it. I got the email. I was like, what is this?
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that should be here any day. Pretty excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of models that I have left that aren't in
Battle foam?
Battle Foam.
Heck yeah.
So
There you
pretty
go.
stoked. But you may be a little surprised.
Okay.
I put glue to a model this
You
week.
did.
Oh yeah.
You did put glue to a model. I'm very proud of you.
My black cat lost
Yeah.
both of her arms.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was something I did initially.
Uh-huh.
It was not.
Uh-huh.
Better pet the dog.
You all right down there? The man just wants love.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So its arms fell off. I thought it was my fault. It turned out it wasn't. It was a child broke into my office and gripped and ripped that bad boy apart.
There you go.
I ended up finding both of the arms, which honestly was a shock
Uh-huh.
because
Real.
it was
Very
black and white on a like marble carpet. So it was a struggle, but we got there. We got some glue on her. We reversed the arms initially, but we figured it out.
That's good.
Broke those off before it got too dry and redid it.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm pretty much a hobbyist now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm pretty much.
You should start a Patreon for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm kind of the hobbyist of the Professional Casual Network. I
Yeah.
don't know if anyone else glued Black Cat together this week, but it might just be me.
So, did not
Obviously.
glue Black Cat together. However, I did glue my shorts to my leg.
Ooh.
That takes extra time.
Yeah, shout out to glue, super glue specifically. So I was putting the foliage on my Kraven, and the nozzle was clogged on my glue. So I said, you know what? I'll just take the cap off. I'll dip it a little, get the foliage in there. I proceeded to just a glob of it fall out onto my thigh. So I missed my testicles. For this would have been the 5th time I've glued my shorts to my testicles, hobbying in general. So luckily, 4, baby, that's it. I've learned. Stuck to my leg. I had to rip very fast my shorts to get them away from my skin.
Yes.
Which a little bit of the fabric still stuck. The super glue proceeded to entangle my leg hair and glue to my skin. I didn't have any nail polish remover or acetone or anything. So because I work at a job where you can't wear nail polish, I was getting ready to leave work one night and said, hey, there's a bunch of nail polish remover right here. Went ahead, dipped it a little bit in the office, scrubbing my leg, trying to get it off. Got it off my skin, but it had soaked and like hardened and not wanted to break from the hair.
Yeah.
So when I got home, I had to shave that area off if I wanted to get the super glue off. Now I have a sick bald spot on my thigh.
Yeah.
Highly don't recommend anybody doing that.
So the difficult thing is
Really
now
happy to take my pants off around people now.
is that now that you have a bald spot on your leg right there, that will create a lot of glare with our lighting setup in here, so we won't be able to have that bald spot on camera.
Yeah, it's true.
Shucks.
It's true. I should probably get a hat for it. Let's talk about Mini Extravaganza, shall we?
Yes.
Yes. That's ultimately... we're here to provide you guys with public service announcements like don't glue your shorts to your legs or testicles.
That's what we're here for. I don't know why those cowards at Across the Bifrost have not told their listeners to not super glue parts of themselves to their leg. But listen, you heard it here first.
They solely encourage it. If they're not telling you not to, therefore they fully encourage you to do it.
Also, obviously, super kidding. We get most of our content from them.
Actually, completely accurate. All of our hot takes are really just regurgitated versions of what they've said.
Yeah.
Clearly. Let's talk about a Hulkbuster, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's talk about... so I was the only one, I think, that watched it live.
Yeah.
I had the day off.
I had the time at work, but the video wouldn't play. I could get on Twitch, I could see the chat, but I couldn't watch or hear the video, so I was relying on your pictures to make sense of it all.
The chat was arguably insufferable. I was very glad when I figured out how to get that off my screen.
Yeah.
Because it was distracting, and people are just like asking questions that they clearly are not going to answer. So I don't know why people think that they're going to get answers for it.
Yeah.
But
Just complaining about the shipping, and it's like, yes, we're all aware.
Yeah,
of this
we're all
problem.
aware of it.
It's a global problem.
whereas, when are you guys going to be talking about this? It's like, well, they have only been posting a schedule for a week.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, shut the fuck up. Talking to Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullcuster.
I'll take the strike. It's fine. Like that actually makes a difference. I love this character.
I adore this
I
character.
am
So cool.
so hyped for it. 13 stamina, medium movement, size 4, threat 6.
Yeah.
Hulkbuster, alias Tony Stark,
Alias Tony Stark.
which is important.
It very much is.
Very much important. We're talking 4-3-3 on defenses. Not so durable.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do 4-4-3 for the 6th threat, but the high stamina, I guess, balances it out.
Yeah. I do feel
superpower
4-4
it
would
has,
be
too.
would be pretty
Pretty tanky.
pretty yoked.
Yeah. My only thought was with all these mystics coming out with fairly strong mystic attacks, 4-4-3, I don't feel like would have made too much of a difference if you dropped his stamina by 1. So bring him down to 12 and then do 4-4-3, I think would have made it a lot more. I think you would have gotten a little more economy out of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like 4-4-3 would be okay with 13 stamina for a 6th threat.
Yeah.
Like, he still has less health than
Well,
Hulk's.
we'll get to it though, but I think 4-4-3 with 13 stamina would have been a little much with his nerd built into it. But
Yeah.
his first attack, heavy repulsor blast, range, it's energy.
Energy.
Love it.
Power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Did you just pull a Charlie there?
I just reversed Charlie real
I
quick.
flipped it around again.
Range 3?
Okay.
I don't.
You
Yeah,
feeling it should be a 4?
I feel like it's too powerful. Since it's a strength 6, I feel like it's too powerful at a 4.
Yeah.
But I like that it's a strength because I wouldn't have liked it at all if it was a strength 5.
Yeah.
But I'm okay, I guess, with it being 3. He does gain damage to the equal. He gains power to the equal dealt damage. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a seizure.
He gains power equal to the damage dealt.
Thank you.
But he also gains a power if he doesn't deal any damage, which
Right.
I super like.
Yeah.
Yes, I super
Guaranteed
like
power.
that. It gains 1. They even said in the panel from panel 2 play. It's very important that we distinguish that.
Yeah.
That this probably won't happen often.
Yeah.
But there were a couple circumstances in the test playing where they weren't able to get any damage through, and the Hulkbuster didn't have the ability to do the things that you need him to do.
Yeah.
Because he was so power starved, not being able to at least get some energy.
Because he couldn't hurt him, he wasn't getting power.
Right.
I did see Dallas said that he was completely broken in their first draft of the character, and they had to basically start over.
Right. Which kind of makes sense. Of course, after the attack is resolved, he gets a nice little push.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super like that too. Nice little control piece built into a builder. I really like that.
Great build.
The biggest missed opportunity ever. We will only be calling it the go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yep.
But it is a meteor punch, range 3, costs costs power of 3, strength 8.
Yeah.
So, She-Hulk killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This target does not gain energy for damage by this attack, which is pretty cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that on spenders.
Was that like Domino's thing? Didn't she have that? You don't gain power?
Yep, and Mystique has it as well. A lot. Now, see, normally in the past we've seen it on like stealthy moves.
Yeah.
Maybe Wasp has something like that too, where they have some like kind of sneak attack where you're caught off guard, so you don't end up gaining power for the attack. But I dig it.
So it seems like the go to sleep thing. Like you're going to sleep from getting punched so hard, so you're not gaining power.
Like they're literally dazing you. You know what I mean? Like they're you know, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the nose. You know, like everyone's got power till they get meteor punched. If the attack deals damage the target is size 4 or less, after the attack is resolved, the character may be thrown away medium.
Yes.
Which is absolutely gnarly. That is a humongous throw.
Yeah.
And I like.
And this is already range 3. You're already punching him from so far away.
Right.
Potentially.
I think, man, like range 3, and you get to throw him. I mean, you're yeeting this baby. You know what I mean?
The picture in my head of just kind of, and he's not slow, but he's medium movement, but just Hulkbuster trundling around, pushing people off, throwing people over there, getting on that point and hunkering down on it is like rad as hell.
Yeah.
He's a shockingly good control piece for also being a leader, because he can move people around all over the place. Mm-hmm. And it's size 4 or less. That's everything but Dormammu.
Correct.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Black Dwarf is going into Dr. Octopus.
Oh, that's still triggering. And then on a wild, before damage is dealt, we get explode. Before damage is dealt, other enemy characters within range 2 suffer 1 damage, which I think is just a nice little. It makes this builder really good.
Yeah.
Like I do kind of want to use this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was starting to think, well, what could I do with it? Throw it in X-Men Blue, throw it here, throw it there. Then we see we have a new affiliation.
We do, which I was not expecting.
I was not expecting
Hulkbuster,
either.
No.
Yeah.
But man, was that a genius idea on their part.
Yeah.
Hulkbuster, we get Avengers affiliation. When an allied character would suffer damage from a collision, reduce the amount suffered by 1.
So
this is the anti-Tim. Yeah, this is the Tim killer right here.
When
you know what I
I
mean?
saw this, I was completely underwhelmed, and I was like, I mean, less damage is nice, but this doesn't seem that good until I was looking at a Facebook thread about it, and somebody mentioned that you're immune to getting thrown into things.
Yeah.
You don't take that one auto damage. You just don't take.
And it's not to a minimum of 1 too. So the other part of the collision is like also really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love this because Schick said on stream, we don't see people using this a lot because, you know, unless Hulk is out there, you know, kind of thing, like really playing up to the fluffiness of it. And because I know they're listening, said, you want to know how I know you don't watch Oh Wait, Did I Roll? the power phase. Because literally we are Throw City. You know what I mean? Like we are suplexing people back and forth all over the place.
As much as possible.
The thing I love this affiliation ability for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
The big one is, once again, the head picture of those little bits of Iron Man's suit flying over and saving people or slowing their fall or catching them from like Iron Man 3 and stuff like that. I super love the aesthetic there and just that mental picture of those little arms and stuff, just, catching people to make sure they don't slam into other people as hard.
Yeah. And now this is where
By the way, you're talking about a not I guess a minimum, but a standard
Yeah.
2 damage flat negated when
Yes.
someone throws you into one of your teammates,
Yep.
like every time.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Especially when we are going to see throws, like I had said last week, throws never went out of style.
No.
They were always on the menu, but now they are the Ruby Tuesdays croutons of the salad bar. They're
Yeah.
the reason why you go.
Yeah.
We are going to see throws all over the place because there's so many defenses to everything else that only throws are going to be hurting Mystic characters.
Yeah.
Was like kind of our big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that now there's an affiliation that prevents that from happening, which a lot of those Mystic characters outside of their affiliation are really going to love.
And Avengers, no
Yeah.
less. Like a third affiliation leader for Avengers.
Which makes sense, because we've been saying since we opened the box, it is kind of weird that Tony isn't a leader.
Right.
You know what I mean? I kind of would have liked to have seen like a Stark Industries or, something that wasn't Avengers, but this makes, when you think of the affiliation list of Avengers, literally half the models that are out are on that list. This is going to make Avengers super playable. We're going to see them come back into fashion. They are the Space Marines of AMG currently. It's going to be...
Kinda, yeah.
It's going to be great. Now, this is when I started to read this sentence, I got confused. But it says, if your squad is using the Hulkbuster leadership ability, when this character is put into play, you are still using this leadership ability.
So, the important thing about this is that... I don't know.
It's just for consistency
Yeah.
in language,
Right.
I think. So
So when I
on
read
his
this-
other card, it's the same. They don't have to change the wording of it.
Right. And that's fine. When I read this, I thought this was the Dormammu rule again.
So
That's how when I first read it, I go, oh, so if you bring Hulkbuster, you're playing Avengers. You can't use him necessarily in other teams kind of thing. That's how, but no, they said that this is for when, and we'll get into it right now, enhanced support systems, Iron Man Hulkbuster, when he flips, essentially, or when the other Iron Man comes in, your rule is still in effect.
Right.
Because
he
this
does
model
turn
does...
into a different model.
Right.
And a different named model.
Right.
Iron Man, parentheses, Hulkbuster versus just Hulkbuster.
Correct. And there's a potential that the Hulkbuster can then come back, which we'll get into, which I absolutely adore.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's just a way for them to cover, like, no matter what, as long as Hulkbuster or Iron Man Hulkbuster are on the field,
Right.
we have, we have this affiliation in place.
It's a necessary clarification that seems awkward at first, but it makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Right. Yep. Now let's talk about enhanced support systems. Iron Man Hulkbuster. If this character would flip its stat card to its injured side, place Hulkman Ironbuster within range 2. Within range 2, which I was expecting range 1. What did I miss in the chat?
You said Hulkman Ironbuster.
Did you say that on purpose? Because that was amazing.
It seemed like it was
Did I
on
really?
purpose, yeah.
Oh no!
And now that's
Iron Man
canon. This character is
Ironbuster.
now Hulkman Ironbuster. Oh my gosh.
You said it so smoothly. I thought you did it on purpose. That was so good. Hulkman Ironbuster. I love it. I'm sorry. Totally derailed you there.
No, that was just my dyslexia kicking in. Sorry, everybody. Woo! Iron Man Hulkbuster. Range 2. I absolutely adore that it's range 2 and not range
Yes.
1.
Yep.
Because the idea being that he's literally getting ejected out the back of this thing.
Oh, I missed that before. That is dope.
When I can't read now because my eyes are tearing up. Then remove this character from the battlefield. Iron Man Hulkbuster has no damage, power, or special conditions or effects and is now part of your squad. And, just to make Danny angry, Additionally, during the power phase, this character gains 1 additional power.
Yes.
So he's getting 2 power right off the bat when he starts up, which is awesome.
Nice.
Not only that,
Yeah.
this is the thing that I love the most about this, and this is one of his first active superpowers. He has hit and run
Yep.
on a character that gains 2 power every phase.
Right.
Turn 1, consistently, without fail, you will be able to move and then hit and run.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
On
Yes.
a large base, medium move.
Love it.
He's
Yes.
surprisingly mobile for the big chunky boy that he is.
What I legitimately love about this is he's essentially just trying to like be Puck. You know what I mean? Like he's the size of a giant.
He's just
you know,
cartwheeling all over the place.
Yeah, he's
By the
just
way-
like ping-ponging himself. It's like, no, you're a giant robot. You're not supposed to ping-pong.
Had a conversation with someone the other day about Andy Serkis and Andy Serkis's kind of catalog of what he's performed in.
Right.
And the person was like, "Oh, Andy Serkis was in the most recent Star Wars movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, there was probably a CG character in there that he was, because that's what he does outside of playing Claw."
Yeah.
And
So good.
yeah, it turned out he was, Snoke or whatever. And it was like, oh, the biggest CG character. If there is an actor to play physically Puck,
Yeah.
it is Andy Serkis.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
that's-
Like,
Good.
hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
actually
backing that
that's
horse.
super solid.
Yep.
Oh, shit, I said horse.
Let's take it.
You need to settle down. I thought you were only here to talk about our game.
So let's talk about
Changed my mind.
his other powers, of course, hit and run, which I absolutely love. 2 energy for that, pretty across the board, always the same.
Yeah.
Solid.
You get to immediately make attack, then a move. Now I'm mad. Choose an interactive terrain piece size. Now it's only terrain. When I first
Only
read this,
terrain piece, not enemies
yeah,
as well.
because
He
if
moves
you
people
were
around enough already.
Correct.
right,
He does already have a lot of other throws and pushes.
If he had an enemy in here, that would not be great, or it would be not great for your opponent, I should say.
I'm curious if when
But
he
size
was
4.
when he was kind of a runaway character when they were first testing this,
Yeah.
if that did in fact say enemy characters, because I imagine it did.
So yes, and from my understanding, when they first built it, it was just the Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
Like it was like a Hulkbuster, and you flipped him, and I don't know, something else happened on the other side. But yeah, apparently like Pagante was
Pagani.
Pagante is not a salsa, I think.
I think so.
Like Pagani plus Picante.
Yeah, was like, nope, this is broken. Like we can't. And then so what I absolutely love about it was Schick was telling the story about. He's like, I was trying to write the rules and trying to come up with powers, and all I wrote was Hulkbuster turns into Iron Man. Took the paper and just yells for Will, and Will walks in and goes, "No, you're crazy," and he was just like, "But I like it, so we're gonna figure it out."
I think they did a really good job.
Really, really
Super
smart.
thematic. I just love how much they can change the base, relatively simple rules of this game and twist them to make it fit these characters so
Yes.
well. I'm constantly impressed.
Yeah.
And then, of course, built to take it. When this character is targeted by an attack, it may use the superpower, reduce the amount of damage dealt by this attack by 1. So it's only 1, and there's not to a minimum.
Right. So this
Oh, it's not to a minimum of 1. Okay, I totally missed that before.
well, so it is a spender. The 2 of the minimum ones
Right.
are normally passives or innates.
True.
So this initially seems like it's very similar to a near to pain, but that is anytime it would take damage for the most part,
Right.
not just attacks. This is only specifically against attacks,
Right.
and then they can't be pushed as a
But-
result of special rules during
Right.
the attack.
Now, this character cannot be pushed as a special rule, as of special rules during this attack. My question is, do you still have to pay the 1 energy to not be pushed?
Yes.
Okay.
If you are not blocking,
Well, I wasn't
Damage with it,
I
it
wasn't
doesn't
sure because
trigger.
sometimes they like to piggyback rules into one thing.
Right.
I didn't know if they were just saying, because they usually would throw the word like additionally or something, like they did down here
Yep.
for advanced. I just didn't know if you still had to pay the 1.
yes.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So-
otherwise, it would be part of an innate.
Right. So like things like I'm thinking like Shuri.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You still have to pay the 1. You might block the damage, but she's gonna automatically get the push on you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to pay the 1 to not push.
Correct.
Right, and other powers like this, we've seen they set a precedent that you have to do A before you can do B. So you can't say, oh, you attacked me, but it didn't do any damage. I'm going to pay 1 to not get pushed. typically we've seen that you have to block damage to not get pushed.
Correct.
Right.
So Iron Hulk Bandbuster would not be able to do this to himself, for instance, on his builder, because it's an automatic push. If that didn't do damage, you would not be able to spend the 1 to prevent the movement, because damage was not dealt, so damage was not prevented. So you can still be moved.
Okay.
That's
So
the precedent we have
Yep.
for that ruling.
okay. So when do you play this then? In the sequence of events, when do you pay the 1 power? Do you pay it at the beginning before you roll your defense dice?
Yeah,
No.
it's a little bit of a
Nope.
when you're targeted by an attack.
Yeah, when you're targeted by the
It's
attack.
So you pay it at the
Use
very
superpower.
beginning.
Yeah. You pay
So
it
it's a
before
little
you know
bit
how
of a
much damage
gamble.
is done. It's super worth it. Always
Okay.
spend it.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason
no,
why
no,
you shouldn't.
No, you should always.
Because
It's on auto. Set
quite-
it to automatic, not to triggered. You know what I mean? So it just
quite
fires.
different than Kingpin's, because his is if this character would suffer damage, you use the superpower, reduce it by 1. So
Okay.
it's triggered at a different time, and so it's a little more different from those than we first thought.
Yes.
At least I did.
Yep.
Okay. I super dig that.
And so we talk about it.
Now let's say we dazed him. What happens? Well, we get Iron Man Hulkbuster, or Hulkman Iron Buster. Still Tony
Buster
Stark.
Man, Iron Hulk.
Buster Rhymes pops out, just starts spinning the sickest beat.
Also,
Love the art for this one.
the chat really wants, by the way, Mitch really needs Hulkman Iron Buster, and we're going to have to make it a shirt.
Yes, please.
All right.
Is that how you're going to model yours, Tim?
Yeah.
How are you going to do a Hulkman Iron Buster?
I'm
Just
going
Hulk's
to,
head?
so like, because I'm a hobbyist now,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this.
I am
How are
going,
you going to make this model?
I am going to smooth out the arms, the angular parts of the arms, and paint them green so they actually look like Hulk fists coming through the Iron Man armor. That is how you get the Hulkman.
Uh-huh.
Iron
Can't wait to
Buster.
watch you do that, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh. All right.
It's going to take a lot of shaving.
Iron Man Hulkbuster. So 5 stamina, medium movement, size 2, strength 6. Or I'm sorry, threat
Yep,
6.
you're good.
223.
Yes.
So, and they said that fluff wise, essentially this is lighter armor. That's the whole idea.
I
Yeah.
like the rules called secondary support suit, which to me, fine. Okay. It's not meant to be long-term armor.
This is, you know what I legitimately thought of? The race car suit when he fights Whiplash, and you know he like essentially has the briefcase. It's the briefcase suit, right?
Yeah.
It's lighter. It's
Thinner.
It's built-
It is there to
Right.
interface with the Hulkbuster.
Right,
It's
it's-
not there to protect him from body shots.
absolutely,
Yep.
And I absolutely, really, I really kind of appreciated that. The only thing that kind of bums me out about this is like, if you go to a tournament or something, they may be like, well, you have to use the core box model, because I would like to use this model and replace the core box model just because
Oh, absolutely.
the dynamic pose is just so much better.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I could also see the argument that like, well, no, because it's not the original. You know, it's not a substitute like the Spider-Man that's coming out on Rival Panels is.
Right.
So I could
Yeah.
see that for like tournament purposes.
Yeah.
Not playing downstairs in the basement or something like that.
Not if we
Correct.
hosted a tournament. I'd be okay with that.
I mean, it's same base size, so I don't really see the problem in it personally.
Still Iron Man.
Yeah. Rapid Repulsor Blast. Range 4. It is energy. It is 4 strength. Automatically gets 1 after the attack is resolved. Gets 1 power. And still get that push after the attack resolved.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got another Medusa here a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
With
it's
a bigger range too.
yes. Now, what I actually super love about it is he gets rapid fire on a wild, so he potentially has 2 energy, possibly getting 4 energy
If he double fires.
if he double fires per activation, which you're going to want to try to get as much energy on him as
Yes.
humanly possible
Yes.
as fast as you can.
I
Loves all the power.
love the diva vibe on this from
Yes.
Overwatch, whose whole deal was she's in this big mech suit. She fires stuff all over the place. If she does, use her ultimate, granted, she would launch her mech suit to then go blow up, but then she's just a little girl with a tiny gun
Yep.
and has to survive long enough to get the mech back out.
Right.
So you had this little panic mode where you're running around just trying to shoot people, survive so you could get your thing back and get back in the game. And I love that they've built that mechanic into this.
Yep.
Hard.
So the Hulkbuster affiliation is still here, so it's still playable. Always have a backup.
This is the
10 energy, so it's a lot. But realistically speaking, if you took one turn, you were able to get those 2 wilds. You're starting with 4. He gets 5. So right off the bat, in one activation, you could potentially get half of what you need.
Yeah, if
He
you're real
could
lucky.
take a little bit of damage, and then next turn, you might even be able to pop in the new Hulkbuster. Place a Hulkbuster character within range 1 of this character. It has no damage, no power, no special conditions, or effects. What I also kind of super love about this is the fact that it's like a weird way to be able to shake conditions off of you.
Yes.
Like granted, the new character coming in doesn't have any
anything. No
anything
power,
on it.
no
Right.
conditions, no nothing.
no nothing, has nothing on it, but it's coming in with nothing on it.
Correct.
No
Full,
damage.
full health. You know what I mean?
And this Iron Man still counts. He's still healthy. So you,
Yes.
Right.
you did all that work to Days Hulkbuster, and you still have a healthy Iron
You know
Man.
who's gonna love this?
Criminal Syndicate.
Yes, they are, baby, because your character's always healthy,
Yep.
which is wild.
And he's power hungry too. So like my first thoughts were like, I want to run him in Crime Syndicate. I want to run him in Cabal. I want to, and I mean, he's going to be attacking a lot. I want to make sure that he is getting power and power and power and power and power. I want to be hit and running every round.
Yes.
When he is flipped to this side or onto this card, I want him to be rapid firing twice and gaining potentially, what would that be? 4 power
Right.
per attack with Cabal. Love it.
There you go.
Right?
Now,
Right?
what's super smart here is they threw in this last little bit. It is now part of your squad. Oh, it should point out Hulkbuster gains an activated token,
Oh, I missed that before.
which is super smart because now it's not like, oh, Iron Man gets to do all of his activations, then he gets to call down a Hulkbuster, it jumps back in, and then gets comes in unactivated.
Yep.
So
I like the image of that where like the pieces are coming onto the Iron Man and and putting it together to
Right.
become a Hulkbuster.
Yes.
So having that activation token makes sense thematically as well.
right, and it is now part of your squad, and then remove this character from the game, which means you cannot infinite loop this.
Right.
Which is super. I don't think it would have really ever happened.
No, you can't infinite loop this.
Well, I think you could. I think if people are smart, the second you get Tony out of there, you just dog.
You
pile
nuke him, yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Right.
You get the Hulkbuster as low as you can so you can plink him off
Yep.
and then try to annihilate
Yeah.
Hulk Fist Ironbuster.
Thank you.
It's interesting that the enhanced support system on the Hulkbuster card says remove this character from the battlefield after you change him out. And this one always have a backup. Once you put the Hulkbuster down, you remove Iron Man Hulkbuster. It says remove this character from the game, not from the battlefield. So what Charlie's saying, you
Oh.
can't then have Hulkbuster break into small Iron Man again. But what
Right.
happens if you
Gotcha.
daze Hulkbuster again?
Here's the important thing that we're missing. Wargaming Dad just said this in chat. Rooted. That would make that cost 11, which you cannot have.
You just root little
Yeah.
Iron Man, you're good to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Super fair.
Yep.
I like that. Man, Wargaming
Or
Dad's
Loki.
so smart.
Or Loki just being like physically present
Oh,
near
we're
it.
gonna see Loki pop up.
Oh,
I think a
yeah.
lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, why
I
so
think
smart?
I think Loki is going. We had talked about doing picking a character kind of like
Mm-hmm.
Swiss Army knife. Where do we see them fitting in if we didn't get a ton of news tonight?
Yeah.
My character was actually going to be Loki because there are a ton of characters out there right now that need power and having to pay Loki tax and having to deal with Root.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, I think bare bones Loki, no gems at a 4 threat is going to feel like he should be a 5 with the amount of having to pay Loki tax that could easily
Yeah.
be worked in. The fact that he can just trickster away so you can't get rid of him. Yeah, pretty brutal. Let's talk about his other power. Two power, which is new plan. After an attack targeting this character is resolved, this character, if this character was damaged, it may use a superpower. It may advanced medium. I like it. It's essentially he's just running.
Yeah, the
Right.
thing that they really did well here is they were like, we want to make a character that Tim is really going to like. Who is Tim's favorite character? Bullseye. What does Bullseye have? Rapid fire. Hit and run. After you attack him, he can move a little bit.
Right.
They've put that all here.
Right.
They did this for me. They were
This
like, let's
better
make a
Bullseye?
new Bullseye.
6 threat bullseye.
A Bullseye that can come back and then do more Bullseye later. Who's never injured.
Do you want
Who's literally
more
never
Bullseye?
injured. He can't be injured. He is uninjurable.
Want more bullseye for just $1? No,
I'm gonna make your bullseye bigger for $1 more.
I really like this because essentially it also plays to the thematicness of this is a lightweight suit. He can't take the hits. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
he is literally like, all right, I gotta go.
He's not
flying
invincible like Corsa Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right. And he does get flight now, which
He
I
does
also
have
like.
flight.
I find it interesting that Hulkbuster didn't get flight.
Yeah, he doesn't need it that much. Being size 4, he's just going to jump over every building except size 5 anyway.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
pretty much
still.
outside of our scoreboard is the only thing that he can't get over, or the apartment building.
Because a lot of people in chat were freaking out that he didn't have flight, and was thinking, like, it's
Yeah.
weird because his model and the picture on the card look like he's flying, but being size 4, he doesn't really need it that much.
Yeah, but there are tactics cards that specifically benefit or super hurt you if you have flight.
True.
Yeah.
So like,
Storm is not the hard counter for the Hulkbuster.
there you go. Okay, do you feel better about that?
I do a little
Okay,
bit.
That's good.
Sam Wilson can't knock him out of the air with
Yeah.
that card.
Also, should be
Shucks.
pointed out, Hulkbuster is not immune to anything, so he sucks, right? He's not immune to poison.
Correct. No
So-
immunity to poison.
Like, I mean, he
Just drop down in the middle.
should be a 4. You know what I mean?
Chat is blowing up right now with different ways to make bullseye bigger. Papa bullseye, big top bullseye, mega bullseye, big daddy bullseye, supersized bullseye, or supersize your bullseye for only $1 more.
So first impressions. How many times are you gonna bring Hulkbuster?
As many times as I've brought in Scarlet Witch, which is every time for the first couple of games until I get complained at really hard in the group chat, and then I don't bring them anymore.
He looks super fun. I'll definitely try him out. I don't see him being a mainstay in lists. But I like him in Steve's Avengers more than other Avengers.
I like him in his own Avengers because he's the leader for me.
I mean, I really like the idea of
So
keeping
Steve
it
Rogers Avengers, you do get that Hulkbuster back just a little bit quicker.
for 9.
Just a little bit
Only
quicker.
9.
Makes it a different. Well, it means that you can literally take 4 hits of damage.
Yeah.
You know, if you max out your first turn, your first round of activation, take 4 hits,
Yep.
you can bring him back, which is pretty brutal.
Throw a size 4 medium for 2 power that he gets every turn.
Yeah. Hit and run for 1.
Yeah.
Whew.
I really do think that a lot of these characters coming out is gonna make Steve Rogers Avengers a lot more fun again.
Yeah.
And people are gonna want to play them. And it just makes me feel real bad for Sam because
They're
although
both
I mean
so good.
right now the TTS League is like, or not the TTS League, was it Nashville Con, the one that Gamers Guild ran?
I don't know.
It was kind of like their like the big tournament to come back for in play, like
Yeah.
person play. And I feel like a Sam Wilson list, which was like a Sam spam they're calling it,
Yep.
like
Oh,
swept
yeah.
swept the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
People are
Yeah.
hard for Sam's leadership
yeah,
ability right
Oh,
now.
it's really good.
I think it's fantastic. I haven't used it yet, but I've seen it in action a couple of times, and it's so good.
Yep.
Well, and
I
I
love
could
the idea
I
of
could
it.
see running a Sam list with this, with the Hulkbuster, and then a bunch of 3s and a 2.
Well, that's the thing. The great thing about the Avengers affiliation currently is that he is expensive. He might be the most expensive character outside of regular Hulk
I'll say Hulk.
and
but
She-Hulk,
Yeah.
who is an Avenger, not an Avenger.
Yeah, she is.
Either way, what I was saying isn't relevant. But I love the fact that you can build a super rad affiliation list or roster with him as the leader, and you throw in a bunch of 2s and 3s. I'm all about it. I love this character. I am so excited for him. I couldn't be happier. And I'm not like Iron Man people. Like, I really like Iron Man only when he's against Captain America in the Civil War. But
Super fair.
but I am super into this model and this mechanic. I love it.
And the
Yeah.
model's amazing.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish we had gotten was when he flips, he explodes
Yeah.
and does like
Yeah.
like
I'm
a
hoping
radius
for
damage.
a low-key tactics card that comes out that
Maybe.
that allows that,
Yeah.
where it does.
I could see something like that where it would make it kind of worth it or not. Because I like the idea of it being a power that it affects every character.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone takes a damage. Everyone suffers a push. I think would have been really cool.
I saw somebody say something about he explodes in the chat for the Twitch stream, and I was like, Charlie's going to be so excited because he wanted that and called it. And then I don't know what they were talking about because that's not what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about.
He has
It could
explosive
have
on
been
meteor
this.
punch.
it could have been this. Let's talk about the tactics card that they also showed.
Yeah.
Helios Laser Bombardment.
Oh, this is so cool.
So we had said last week, the one thing that we really like about this game is that they can kind of fix the core box characters.
Yes.
Of course, friend and fan of the show, Scotty, had asked us the question of, do we feel like the older sets are suffering? And one of the ways that they can easily fix that is just releasing tactics cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helios Laser Bombardment. I love it.
Future proof, past proof, works on all Tony Starks.
Works on all Tony Starks. During Tony Stark's activations, unaffiliated, which means you don't even have to be part of Avengers to bring this. Any number of allied characters.
Any number.
Any number of allied characters may spend energy to play this card.
Not any number of allied Avengers characters.
Nope.
Not any. Oh, it's any.
It's
It is
any.
any.
If you got Wong sitting in the back meditating himself and just racking up, like sitting on that back objective, just racking up a
Yes.
bunch of power, you know what I mean? Oh, Tony Stark may use the Helios Laser Bombardment attack above once this activation. Let's talk about it. It is range 5.
Nice.
It is 2 strength.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, we'll get into it, baby boy. Don't you worry.
Let's see why.
This attack ignores line of sight, and the defending character does not benefit cover. Fine. Cool. Whatever.
Blam.
Add dice to this attack roll equal to the amount of energy spent to play this card.
Oh.
They said in playtesting that they got up to 22 dice.
Yeah.
Like, this is the, hey, can I borrow your dice to beat your character in the face real quick?
This is
Spirit bomb.
3-threat Iron Man in a Dormammu list.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah. I believe they used it against Dormammu, was like
Yeah.
how it got playtested, I believe. It is, and on a wild, we get sweep and clear after the attack is resolved. Enemy characters within range 2 also suffer a damage.
yep.
All I can think of is like in Marvel vs. Capcom when you would do Iron Man Super, and all of a sudden that giant cannon would fall on his shoulder, and he would
Yeah.
just like blast the entire screen, and there was just nothing left.
So cool. I
Apparently,
love
this
one.
like Helio Laser Bombardment, like in the comics wise, has like leveled cities.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it.
So they wanted to figure out a way to do that. I love that it is completely based on how, if you need to get rid of Dormammu, you're gonna bring this, but you are sacrificing a ton of energy to do it.
Yes.
I love it because it's just damage. That's all it does. It's
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love the idea of that in this game. Just blam.
I know this is gonna shock you guys. She-Hulk killer. You know what I mean? Like very much
Legit.
so.
Yeah.
And it's energy.
And it's energy, so she has a higher defense against that. But when you're throwing 22 energy,
Yeah.
you know, or 20, you know, whatever the amount of oh god, that's a ton. That is a lot. I love this card. I will bring it if I bring
Yep.
either Tony Stark. I will bring this every time because I just like this card was made just like they made Metallic Bullseye for you.
Mecha
Yep.
bullseye.
Mecha Bullseye.
Yeah.
Big Papa Bullseye.
Double stuffed bullseye.
Double stuffed Bullseye. This was, hey, what's a card that Charlie would love? Oh, something that will kill something real good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to roll a bunch of blanks and skulls.
Yeah.
And,
Right?
You know?
You got those 20 dice? No wilds. What?
Also, do kind of find it interesting that they did not put the caveat in that you cannot add additional dice to this from other affiliations or powers, and dice cannot be modified.
Well, Friday AI before this?
So
Add even more.
Here's the thing I think you do with it. Smash on Hulkbuster Hulk. Wreck a size 3 building, get 3 extra damage there. Bloodlust, and I don't know, something
Doom
else.
Prophecy while you're at it.
Yeah,
Why not?
just, yeah.
You know?
Yes, that's another 4.
Worth it to kill She-Hulk.
Oh, that's only physical attacks, though.
Oh yeah, good point. Or no, isn't it physical or energy? Oh no, it is only
just
physical.
physical.
You're right. I absolutely love this. I think it is super smart the way they designed it.
Yep.
And I want more cards like this.
Yes.
I want more cards that are just like, here's something to just punch your enemy in the face as hard as possible. The other card that they showed, first off, right off the bat, Lady Iron Man confirmed.
Yeah, rescue's
Yep,
confirmed.
rescue is confirmed because they put it on the back of the card.
And she's been on a bunch of cards though too.
True.
So this is like not her first appearance, but this is rescue front and center.
Right. I always thought rescue was blue, so I thought this was Ironheart.
In the movie, they made her
Blue?
significantly more blue. Yeah, in the
Okay.
comic, she was always silver and red.
Okay. Fallback. When an allied character is attacked before damage is dealt, you may pay 2 energy. This character may advance away small from the attacking target. This is obviously also made for me. Movement shenanigans not on your activation is definitely my jam. I like doing it against your opponent.
Yep.
Now, the thing to point out here is that the attack still goes through.
Yes.
So the way that you can kind of play this, so that they brought up in the panel, which I also super, super, super loved, was the fact that you could get yourself into position to drop tokens even further away from what you were targeted at.
Yep.
I super like that. Or set your next activation up to be able to go over and pick those tokens, kind of do pass-offs. Gets you possibly to an objective that you were trying to get to.
Yep.
I really like that too. Or potentially put you into cover,
Correct.
which I also super like. I think this is a great card. I could definitely see me taking this a lot along with tactical. It's a tactical analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of one of my go-to 8s that I always put in my bag.
Yeah.
So I super like this card. I know that you're probably like,
No, I like it. I dig it.
I don't see you taking it very much.
It's difficult.
Yeah. I mean, it's no bitter rivals.
It's no bitter rivals. I haven't taken that in a hot minute though.
True. Well, it's gonna get banned soon. So
Yeah, super fair. I'm just preparing for that.
yeah, might as well.
And then we could probably move on to the other character that we
Yeah,
got a
let's
card
fight,
for.
shall we?
Now that Dan's gone.
Yeah, now that Dan's... Yeah, Daddy ain't here to protect you now, boy.
That's actually super unfair. Yeah.
They showed off Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
You don't like her.
No, so how you felt about Lizard, I feel about Miss Marvel. I feel she is so basic. I am not interested at all.
I did
and
not
she
think... First off, I did not think Lizard was basic at all.
Those were literally your words.
No, my whole argument... I will fight you right here. Oh, I hate your face. It's so dumb. Okay. First off, I'm not kind of confused why you wouldn't love this character, because you get to make fun sounds. Megan.
I don't like whimsy.
Oh, is that it?
I like ironic.
Oh, is that it? You don't like whimsy?
I don't like. I'm not a fan of silly for silly sake.
Oh, silly for silly's sake. You're not a big
Yeah.
fan of that? Yeah, that
Let
makes
me
sense.
mansplain comedy real quick,
Yeah, okay,
right? Like,
please.
well, real comedy is
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, calm down, Bo Burnham. Defense is 3-4-3. First off, let's talk about 3 threat. So I'm not really sure where you're complaining here about the meh factor. You're very
because
meh about her.
the whole thing about her, the only exciting thing that she has going on is polymorph, which Toad has and costs 33% less. She costs 50% more than Toad. And that's really the only reason you're using her. Her attacks aren't stellar. She's never going to be doing a whole ton of work. She has a shitty throw, and
She has a shitty... What are you talking about?
it costs 3.
It's the same as Kalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same throw as Clea.
Who also has a lot more going on, like a ton more going on.
Okay, she's a battery.
Yeah. She
This
has
is
mystic
like
attack.
This is a different role though, and that's still a good. We were just saying how it was a better throw. It was a good throw. It's size 2 or less enemy or terrain feature within range 3, and you throw it small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the throw. The throw is probably the only redeeming grace I feel she has for me.
My issue is that she loses it when she goes big.
So that's the biggest part of this, is at the end of her activation, she always transforms back into the smaller size. It would not take a lot to make her a super awesome 3. I don't like her because of the little tiny caveats that she does have. She only has polymorph when she's in the embiggen side, and she always loses that when she flips. Granted, it's only when you're interacting with objective tokens, so it would only be during the active part of your turn anyway. But I wanted a little bit more, and she is not what I wanted her to be. Granted, she's not my favorite character. I really don't care about her at all. So this is a hard pass for me for a lot of reasons.
So first off, she's broken because she's immune to poison. Okay, let's start there. 2.
Yeah,
She's
so this is obviously power creep.
right, extreme power creep. She's an inhuman, so she gets to reroll 1 attack or defense die.
Yep.
So she has durability and also damage economy built into her. She has a 3 that's 3 power, and it's the range 3 that gets me. Like, that's why I like it.
Yeah.
Being able to throw something within range 3 is very good.
Like I
because a
said,
lot of the time when I want to throw things, I'm just out of range for it. Throwing it's short, not the best, but I still love it because you can still essentially stomp on somebody else.
Yep.
My biggest issue is that the embiggened costs 3. The transformation costs 3.
That is another massive part of it.
Right. So I get
That is dumb.
I get that first. I would have preferred it to be 2.
I would have assumed it would have been part of her attack or 1.
But this is set at an early stage in her life. This is the younger version of Ms. Marvel, not the kind of what we've come to know of her.
Sure.
You also have to remember that, like, when you start putting her in her affiliations, she's going to be part of Avengers. She's going to be part of Inhumans.
Champions.
Well,
I was adding that on to the list. Sorry, I wasn't.
I don't know, but they haven't announced champions yet.
Right, but
I'm saying just
a
like
lot of those
affiliations
characters aren't
in game
there.
already.
Yeah. Oh, fair.
Where they have power economy built into them, and I think the argument of, well, she's a 3 threat is a totally fair argument as to why she's not that good. If she was a 4,
Yeah.
and had stuff better, I think we'd still be saying the same thing. Well, she's a 4, but she's not as good. Then nobody would take her. But because she is a 3 and she is that, I mean, it's weird how the difference of a 3 to 4 actually works in a lot of ways. I actually kind of like the idea that she transforms back after her activation. It's very thematic to the character.
Yeah.
The fact that she can't hold her embiggened size for terribly long. She has high 5, which I think is the best. And shout out to my boy Danny Devine, who used to have he was a backyard wrestler. He used to have a finishing move where he'd scream high 5 and just palm thrust you in the head.
That can kill a man.
Yeah, I know. It is my favorite thing ever. So let's talk about her all across the board here.
Yeah.
So on her normal side, she's a medium movement, size 2. She's 3/4/3, 5 stamina, 3 threat. She has Morpho Punch. After the attack is resolved, this character gains 1 energy. She gets a push on a wild, size 2 or less, before the damage is dealt.
Yep.
It's a push. I like it.
Push towards the character.
Right, which is also cool because it's essentially like a web snare. You know what I mean? Being able to draw people in, I think, is very, very good.
And range 4, strength 4.
Yep. A very good builder for a 3. We see these. The range 4.
Yeah,
is really good.
we see the range 4, strength 4 pretty commonly.
Embiggened, of course, costs her 3 energy to do it. Take out the trash, which we were talking about as the throw. She's an inhuman, so she gets to re-roll one of her attack dice or defense dice, which is really good for that to make sure that damage gets through on her builder.
Well, and having a 4 defense in energy and a reroll is pretty sizable.
And realistically, you can still embiggen first turn potentially. If you have her on Inhumans,
Yeah.
if you activate, if she is a late activation character, you're going to probably have somebody within range 3 of her to be able to pass off some energy.
Yeah.
This is where Clea's gonna make her super efficient at that point, or Red Skull or Lockjaw. I think Lockjaw slingshotting her, passing off a power slingshotting her is not that crazy of an idea.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then you flip her to the other side. She's still medium movement. She becomes size 4, which makes her pretty much now immune to most throws, which I super like, which means you can put her on a point. She's going to stay there because most people can't throw her unless you're a Hulkbuster.
Right.
Which I think is super smart. She gets high 5, which now is a range 3 strength 5, but she does get energy.
More standard builder. Yeah.
Right, is a more standard builder, which I kind of wish it was 6.
Yeah.
Just to balance it, because we lost. Like, going from a 4 to a 3 is much more hurtful, in my opinion, than going from a
4 to a 5.
A 4 to a 5 is being beneficial.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that.
Plus, you're not getting that guaranteed 1 energy, and that's the important thing to notice about the Morpho Punch is that you're getting an energy regardless of whether you do damage or not.
Yes.
After the attack is resolved, you're getting 1 energy. She's an Inhuman on this side as well, so gets to reroll 1 die. Morphogenesis. When making attacks, if the target character is smaller than this character, you may re-roll 2 additional dice, which means you get to re-roll 3 additional dice. I love re-rolls, so I'm not going to complain about this. Additionally, at the end of the activation, this character transforms back into Miss Marvel normal. This also is super beneficial for movement purposes. That range 1 is still very bouncy around.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a moonwalk at the end.
Right, especially when you are going from a 35 mil to a 65 mil back to a 35 mil. You're kind of almost getting... Is that a medium move by the time you're done? It might be almost a medium move.
It very well might be.
Yeah.
Not only that, so I do get it. I do get her point and potential. Polymorph with morphogenetics, being able to interact from a little bit farther away, and then at the end of the turn, you turn smaller anyway, so you move in kind of further off that point.
Right.
It's there, but no spender. Like, she's not really going to be doing damage outside of attacking things smaller than her, which granted will be the majority of the time when she's embiggened. But I don't know. She's missing something, and I don't think it would have been a lot to give her like a really cool higher damage attack, because she doesn't have a lot to spend her power on. It's just making herself bigger and a throw, and that's it.
Yeah, but I'd almost rather keep her in normal size and throw every turn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
The fact that she can't throw in her larger, like, that just, I don't know.
I agree, but again, she is only strength 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is kind of weird that she does lose take out the trash, and I would argue maybe they made a mistake with the layout or something, because there is a part of me that really does want that to be on the other side as well.
Yeah, they have the room for it. There's giant tracks of void on this card.
Yep. And then Morpho, she can interact with objective tokens within range 2 instead of range 1, and of course still immune to poison. So she's clearly broken.
Fair.
I really like her. I like her movement shenanigans that she has built into her. I think she's a solid 3. Inhumans need more 3s. Need more 3s that are kind of beat sticky. And even though she is control, I like that she has a throw. I like that she has a push on a wild. Things that are a little bit more control piecey. And being able to interact with range 2, I honestly would take her over Crystal. I know you wouldn't. I know you're all about Crystal in humans in comparison.
Yeah.
Incinerate, long movement. Right. But I like this character better. I like transformation. I think it's good.
It might be the first box that I don't buy, very legitimately. Because it's only her. I'm not going to buy her for the other character, and enough people on
I think
the
she's by
network.
herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's not like there's another character in the box that I wanted. It's just her. It might very legitimately be my first pass.
I can see it. Yeah, I can, you might as well call her Squirrel Girl at this point.
Yeah.
Fan Club. We did get some, what are these things called? Team Tactics cards. So we got Fan Club, unaffiliated, reactive. When an allied Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, uses Danvers' special superpower, the binary form superpower, or the rocket punch attack, after the effect or the attack is resolved, an allied Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, may spend 3 energy to play this card. If Miss Marvel uses the Denver special superpower, Ms. Marvel may throw an interactive terrain piece size 3 or less within range 2
Or enemy character.
Or enemy character, right. So you get your throw out of activation.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And
I like it.
This has the vibes of that Deadpool card, where based on,
depending on what she does.
Yeah.
And,
She
the
gets kind of
idea
an
that
extra
she's just
thing.
kind of fangirling out.
Yeah.
If she does non-binary, or if she does binary form, we make that joke way too much at this point. If she does binary form, after transforming, she may transform again. So you kind of can work in a transform.
Yes.
For, you know what I mean?
You can start your turn embiggened.
Right, which is super awesome for activation purposes, because potentially 2 high fives, being able to interact with something with range
Prevent
2.
a throw. There's certainly some interaction there.
Yep. After transforming, push all enemy characters range 2 of Miss Marvel away short,
Yep.
which I super like. I like that.
Mhm.
More pushing. I like it. Push it. Really good. If Captain Marvel uses Rocket Punch, Ms. Marvel may advance medium towards the target character, which I also like. Free movement. You know me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't play Captain Marvel, like, ever.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
I mean, seems cool. I guess if you're running Avengers and you had War Machine, Ms. Marvel, and Captain Marvel all on one team,
Yeah.
then I guess bringing those 2 cards, like, at that point, Captain Marvel is becoming very economically savvy. For you.
Yeah.
She's a 4 threat that's allowing 2/3 threats to activate or potentially take activations or whatever.
I think it's more an A-Force because you're probably bringing Captain Marvel anyway to fly She-Hulk around with special delivery. So I can see it. It's just that's a lot of Tactus cards for a kind of subpart character that after the reworks, after some releases for Season 5 of the TTS League, like got taken even less.
Right.
So I like it for that reason, that it is potentially maybe upping the frequency that people are taking a kind of underutilized character, but they're also attaching her to a really bad character.
Fair. But I do like it because they are leaning into fluff stuff.
Yeah.
And again, this is supposed to be
Yep.
made for casual players. I like that they are releasing cards that are kind of fun and fluffy, that on a Monday night when we're playing, we're like, I want to try to pull this off. You know what I mean? I want to see the use of this and how it could work for us.
Correct.
We also have A Better Tomorrow unaffiliated active. If Miles Morales is within range 2 of Ms. Marvel, both characters may spend 2 energy. Ms. Marvel Normal can transform into Ms. Marvel Embiggened. When resolving this transformation, place Ms. Marvel Embiggened within range 3
Instead of 1.
instead of 1. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is like Schick explained. This is like Miles, like kind of slingshots her, I guess, is like
Yeah.
the idea. And then place Miles Morales within range 1 of Ms. Marvel. So fun little movement shenanigans here. Kind of like a adjacent drop off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And the cool thing is that it doesn't need to be one of their activations. This could be on a character on the other side of the board, and you can
Right.
activate these just as long as it's your turn,
Yep.
which I do super like. And it is a lot of movement for that as well, to be able to be moving 2 characters not on either of their activations, either to get them out of harm's way. If you're the last activation of the round, being
Right.
able to move 2 characters onto bases, onto points, contesting stuff last minute is super cool.
yeah. And going from a 35 millimeter base, range 3 to a 65 millimeter base, and then adding a 1-inch range plus then Miles dropping,
Yeah.
you could easily get from your back line to the middle.
Yeah.
Potentially get maybe even slightly up to where like those where typical backline objectives are to your opponent's other objective.
Yeah.
Putting Miles Morales down there to Venom Strike, absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
I really like it. I think it's a good card. And I saw a lot of heat, for this character. They wanted more. I don't know where. I guess the question is where. Where would you give her more?
I would give her a spender for an attack.
I guess.
Give her a big fist where she punches someone hard. Like, why is it 2 builders? Like 2 super generic builders. This is so, and that's the thing that I'm upset about, is it would not take a lot to make her a really cool 3. Either drop the activation cost on Embiggen down a little bit, make it a 2 or a 1. Give her something cool to use. She's got big fists and pummels people all the time and does all sorts of really cool slingshot things. Don't make it a Tactus card tax, and don't make it rely on having Captain Marvel on your roster either. Just give her a spender. Make it cost 3 and it does 6 damage dice. It doesn't need to be over the top, but give her something to look forward to. Outside of, well, I might as well Embiggen, I guess.
I like the movement.
Yeah.
I like the movement, and Here's the thing. I think if you put that, even if you put a spender in there, or if you put some other ability that allows her to slingshot and stuff like that, you're going to get everybody saying power creep, power creep, power creep, power creep.
So maybe that's the call here. Maybe this is specifically like, oh, they think there's power creep. We'll show them.
Right. And you make that sound as snarkier than I think. Well, snarkier than I would like it to be.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
it was not really intended that way.
Right. But yeah, I think sometimes they sit back and think, well, we can just make a basic version of this. Remember, this is supposed to be her in her beginnings. We may get another Ms. Marvel that is jacked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if she's had other costumes or something like that, but they could do that, or when she finally is able to kind of just automatically control her transformation. And they had said when they originally designed her that they were going to just have her large form, like one single card, and all of her powers were going to be spenders to interact. And they realized that she didn't have the power economy to do it.
Yeah.
So I like her. I'm probably going to play around with her. I'm going to, especially since I really do love Inhumans, I'm going to throw her in a lot.
I hope there's another tactics card or something. I was really heavily expecting some special thing with her and Lockjaw. I was really expecting, like I said, something just kind of heavier hitting than what she currently has. But I do get that this is early Miss Marvel. I would love to see a Champions version of her, especially when like Nova or something comes out. And that's kind of what I was really hoping for. Is I wanted Nova and Miss Marvel in a box together.
Right.
I didn't want just Miss Marvel.
How angry are you going to be if they do tomorrow announce that Nova's coming out and is going to be in this box?
Oh, then it's an automatic buy.
Would you want that?
Yes.
Would you want this box to cost you $50 to just get Nova?
Yes. Because this would normally cost, what, like $35? So that's like Nova for $15. I'll pay that.
Versus Nova and a character that you might actually want?
So I don't care because I really want Nova.
Right.
So like,
okay.
I don't care who he's with. I'm going to buy it.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I feel like you would rather have... I feel like you would rather have Nova with somebody else that you actually do want versus you forcing me to paint Ms. Marvel and you getting mad that you had to pay a commission cost to have her painted, unless you throw her in the trash and pull a Mitch. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Could always pull the Mitch.
Yeah, just pull a Mitch and throw her in the trash.
I mean, so yeah, that's the thing. It's like what does Tim France do with?
If she was a long movement, would this change a lot for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a huge benefit.
Okay. I'm curious.
Because like I said, she needs something just a little bit more, and it's not a ton.
Right.
It's like I'm asking for a 6 strength builder. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for the world. I want her to be able to, you know, similar to Medusa, move other people around, or have long movement.
She can't move people. She has a push. She has a throw.
That's true. That's true.
But you mean like a teleport?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, she can move people.
Like I pick a friend up and I put them down over there.
Gotcha.
Without a tactics card and only being one specific other person.
Sure. I guess I get that.
Yeah.
But that would make her a 4.
No, I don't think it would.
I think it would. But Medusa's a 4.
Right, but Medusa's a lot better than Miss Marvel.
She also has 4 energy defense.
I mean, you got me there.
Yeah, but Medusa's 3s across the board, is my point.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, ninny boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, like I like her, but I'm also kind of like I played the Avengers game, so I kind of fell in love with Ms. Marvel. You know what I mean? Because that was like all about her. Uh-huh. So I definitely, and that's and I think it was even Mitch that I saw a comment on a Facebook post that somebody wrote that was like her. The reason why people love Ms. Marvel is because of the character she is and the ways she interacts with other people and stuff like that, not specifically her abilities in game. So this character feels flat because there's a character that we love so much, but her powers just kind of aren't there.
Yeah.
And again, this is early on. This is early version.
Correct. This would be a great great character, like if they made Flatman of the Great Lake Avengers. I could see this card a little bit better.
Yeah, but then it should be 2/3/2 and 2 threat.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because he gets knocked out really easy from that.
he does.
Yeah. But maybe this is the prototype for Flatman.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Give me Greylegs Avengers.
Right.
Give me Squirrel. Oh, which reminds me, I have to send you something real quick. Anything else, bud?
No. Nope, I don't believe so.
Let me show you something real quick that I saw today.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know of the new the new show coming out, New Warriors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's happening, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Little there you go, everybody. We're getting a live action Squirrel Girl, baby. Heavily rumored.
Yes.
I guess that was just some test shots.
Absolutely adore that actress, by the way. Will
I thought-
probably turn me around on Squirrel Girl.
I thought that was
The AT&T girl?
yeah.
Yeah. Is it not?
No.
It's not the Van Buren?
No.
Oh.
It's somebody else.
A doppelganger.
Yeah.
All right.
Super into it, regardless.
Right?
I thought it was the AT&T girl, and I was told no, it's not. Nobody knows who this actress is yet.
Oh.
Kind of exciting. Give me Squirrel Girl, and just not. Please don't make her look like my ex. That's all I ask.
Right.
Hasbro, you messed up. Anything on the wish list? You know what? I'll ask you now, live on air. What's the rest of the schedule look like for live streaming? Are we going to try to squeeze any more in?
We might on Saturday.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do a twofer.
Do a twofer. So we might tomorrow night as well at 7 when stuff goes live. It's a very low probability of that working out, but if we're able to mobilize, we will certainly try to do that.
I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smart idea.
Smart, yes.
Gotta get those clicks, baby.
Gotta get those clicks, baby. You know how you get clicks?
Hey.
Not Miss Marvel.
Wow. That's hurtful.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for her. I think she's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Listen, you can think she's not gonna be fun. That's fine. I think she's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like her. I think she'll be an okay character to bring. I like her better than Beast.
I don't. I'm not a huge fan of Beast, and I think Beast is a better 3 than her. Like, hands down. Hands down, actually. Like, yeah. Baron Zemo's a 3. You know that? Crossbones is a 3.
You think Crossbones is better than her?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, but
She doesn't even wall crawler.
you're a
Crossbones does.
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't move slower when he travels over terrain.
No, he doesn't. Does he? I don't know.
No, he doesn't move slower when he travels over terrain. He's always crawling.
Took me a minute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I love her. I think she's great. Anything for the wish list? I feel like we haven't done any wild speculation, even though we've known this has been happening for a while. That we're gonna get.
So this weekend, yeah, they're gonna announce Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of don't want it now.
Yeah.
Like, I really like with all the delays that are happening. I kind of want to enjoy the stuff that we still don't have yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if they give us Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom, that's really gonna bum me out.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be like, well, now I'm just gonna save my money for that when it comes out in 2026, when they get that boat unstuck again. You know what I mean?
Correct. They're on the boat though. That's the thing. Like.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a train. Somebody put a penny on the track, just derailed the whole damn thing.
Penny Parker.
Yeah.
Yep.
There it is. Makes sense. Shout out to Legion and X-Wing people getting a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, for
too.
real.
You guys are coming up everything for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited to see what they do there. They have the hunting season. You guys will most likely, if we don't talk about it this weekend, we'll be talking about it next Thursday. The Empirical.
Empirical. Yeah. I think that's how you would say it.
This is the event that is happening this weekend, where they're going to be tracking whether the technology side wins or the strange side wins. From my understanding, they kind of explained it. This was an event that happened.
Yes.
That this technology race showed up and was like, we hate magic, so we're going to kill you mystics.
Yep.
And everybody was like, well, why are you guys releasing this when we don't have any of the mystic characters?
They did say that.
Yeah, they did say that. It's like, this shouldn't be a problem because we don't have them, so you'll be fine.
So we will probably try to play this over a couple weeks on the Power Phase on the Twitch.
Yep.
We did that with the Civil War event from last year.
Yep.
There was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Added some unique scenarios, and one of them actually had a whole ton going on. They kind of scaled up as it went on too. It was neat. I really like it. I'm really glad they're doing it again. I just wish those models were out so we could use them in this.
Yeah.
But
which really shows you just how. Do you think we were supposed to have the Mystics by now?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yep.
I think the problems, the shifting issues with travel and shipment. Listen, I went to the store today.
Mm-hmm.
No Snapple. Anywhere on the shelf.
Anywhere
on the shelf.
Okay.
So look, if I can't get Snapple, you guys can't get Blade, Moon Knight, and Dormammu. Okay.
Yeah.
Canada, if you're listening, just throw some to us. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Just throw it over the fence if you could, because we really want those models, and we have absolutely no release date yet.
Correct.
But again, I don't blame anybody, but whoever put that penny on the track.
If you do happen to find an extra Dormammu laying around, if you happen to find an extra Moon Knight or a Blade, feel free to send it
Yeah.
to the Professional Casual Network at P.O. Box G, as in good job. They did Miss Marvel, not stellar. West Oneonta, New York 13861.
Yes.
It's P.O. Box G, as in grapefruit.
Scotty, shout out, friend and fan of the show, Scotty said, if you guys ever need releases, since you can't get them, hit me up. And I contemplated almost doing it, but I was like, no, I want to give my money to Bearded Dragon Games. Head over to beardeddragongames.online. Use promo code PCME10.
Yeah.
That is Plump Charlie Meat Eggs 10.
Plump Charlie Meat Eggs.
Yep. Get your. I mean, look, Ms. Marvel should be up there by Monday.
Yeah.
Hulkbuster will be up there by. I think Hulkbuster actually might already be up. I know he was taking pre-orders for pretty much all the stuff. The rival panels he was taking pre-orders for. All the Mystic characters. Blade, Moon Knight, and Dormammu are still technically pre-orders.
Yes.
So you get an additional pre-order bonus on top of that 10%. One of the best online deals you can find right now. I'm telling you, go support them because they support us.
Yep.
This weekend is going to be insane.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a ton of stuff.
If you want to see everything that is going on, head over to patreon.com/professionalcasual. For as little as $1, you can get access to our Discord, where today, I mean, we were blowing up in the Discord when they were dropping stuff.
Yeah,
This is the time to give us $1 so you can get access. I was taking screenshots, throwing them up. First one to TV wins, Tim, as we all know.
True. That's
all
very
that matters.
true.
Doesn't matter about the quality. It doesn't matter that I was driving and trying to screenshot things at the same time. Nothing. It does not matter, Tim. As long as it's up there and people can see it. Kind of.
Correct.
And then you come in and give us better quality ones. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But we were jumping in there. We were talking a bunch of stuff and how excited we were. So far, Hulkbuster obviously wins the weekend.
Yeah.
As
so
of right
far.
now. So far, Hulkbuster wins the weekend.
Until that big DD Dome comes out. That Big Daddy Dome.
Yeah. What if he comes out and he blows like you think Miss Marvel does?
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah.
I would be disappointed. Like I feel bad for fans of Miss Marvel because I don't think that she's a good 3. And because Miss Marvel is the type of character she is, I think if you're a fan of Miss Marvel, you should want more. Because this character I don't feel is stellar.
Okay. If this was Squirrel Girl, would you be happier?
If this was Squirrel Girl, yes, it would track.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. True believers, thank you for joining us once again. Chat was popping tonight, apparently.
It was.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us. Of course, we have the Professional Casual Network presents. Wait, did I roll a wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol vlog. I'm Chuck for Tim. We say possibly see you on Saturday. Bye.